Today we're going to start on a little project that I'm kind of excited for because A, I get to save a Z with this project, and B, I get to get rid of 2 Zs. So if you guys seen last video, you would know we went and we picked up one of our old Zs back there, the silver Z32 with a tan interior. So I actually sold that to a buddy a while back, and well, it's made its way back into my possession. So we're actually going to use that interior. We're going to take some stuff from my new Z back here, this black 2+0, and we're going to make one Z out of one of my old Zs. And well, that would be this black 2+0 right here. So basically this was my old drift chassis. I kind of gave up on the whole drift car thing for right now, mainly because I need my truck to be fully functional before I can drift, because I'm going to trailer the car. There's no sense in me relying on it to make its way back on a 3-hour trip one way. And that goes for nearly every track. They're all like 3.5 hours away from me. So it's just not practical, and I'm not really wanting to do it. Do I trust my car? Absolutely, but stuff happens that you can't account for. So now we're going to take this car and we're going to bring it back and we're going to sell this car. So this is our 92 manual 300ZX. It is a factory manual. I got it from a friend of mine a couple of years ago down in Indianapolis. He already accepted the fate that I was going to part it out at one point, but I brought it back. So since we just fixed the whole brake system on it and got it working fully functional, we're going to run with this car and we're going to make it whole again. So this is my 1992 Nissan 300ZX that I just picked up about 30 minutes away. The guy seen my part out post on Marketplace and he was just like, hey, you want another one? It's crazy how things work sometimes. But basically this just has a blown head gasket. He replaced one, and I don't know if the same one blew or the other one blew. So we get to dive into that and fix it. We're going to do a video on a head gasket. So in theory, we're going to be taking like our doors, T-tops, maybe the hatch. I haven't decided on the hatch. I think we're going to put this bumper on it so I can use that Stillen bumper. We've got some fenders, a hood, a bumper, nose panel. We've pretty much got everything we need to make it black again. So let's go ahead and get started with that so we can finally save a Z instead of take a couple off the road. So it seems that we're actually losing some daylight here a lot faster than I thought. So I think we're just going to try to aim to get the rear interior here out. Brian does still have all of his stuff here. He's got to come pick up, so we're just going to throw that in the front. Let's make all this stuff disappear. Can't wait to get this thing done. I guess we'll transfer this too. Fortunately, this is broke like most of them are. They've got tabs at the bottom that mount, but usually people don't see that and they just take it apart and break it. That's more often than not. Get it off of this so you don't pry it and break it. Not saying that Brian did this. A lot of times this is just what people do. They get a little impatient and they like, oh, why ain't it coming off? If it don't just pull off, it's probably caught up on something. Save these panels. There's not enough of them at all. We're running thin. These things are getting really rare nowadays. They're discontinued, so they're like $300 if not more. Protect them at all costs. Oh, it appears this one's beat up too. It's pretty much just good for the carpet. Yeah, doesn't look bad, but this whole seam's broken, so it's not very sturdy. As you can see, it's all cracked. I think Ionic Dynamics is producing one of these. I can't remember correctly if that's it, but someone is coming out with a hard version of this. Alright, that's half of the interior. Let's do the same thing over here. So I may have gotten a little carried away. I took pretty much everything out. The only thing we haven't taken out really yet is the headliner. And I say that only because I just noticed, because I really needed to take it out. So if I'm going to do this interior swap, I really need to start with the headliner. I believe this is the last piece holding it in. Yep. Still got the one screw for the bar in the back. But the full interior is pretty much out. We've got the carpet in the front end, but we're not after that today. There's quite a bit of things to make up the interior here in the rear. All the little bits and pieces, including T-top seals and rubbers, and yeah, there's a lot. So we did just go ahead and throw the headliner in here. We're gonna just put these A-pillars in, because once they're in, we can put this cap on, and even though there's none of these plastics that are actually holding it on, and instead of tucking this lip under it, we can put it over it. Broken clips, no problem, still holds up. I know, you guys cannot see anything right now. It is so dark. So basically, we've got everything laid out and ready to go in. We're gonna finish out the hatch before we put the hatch struts on. And before we put them on, we'll put these quarter pieces on, and we're just gonna get the rest of this stuff all thrown in. There is a ton more to do here in this video, so don't worry, you're not missing out on much. We're gonna be back first thing tomorrow morning. So here's all of the junk that we've got still left to go. Hopefully we can get it in place. If not, we'll just have to throw it in the car until then. But until then, well, it's the next day if you can't tell. So last night we didn't get a crazy much amount done, but we got this back here. We still need to put the rubber up here. And we've got the roof tan and our quarter trims tan over here. So today we're going to work on getting the trunk done, those front pieces, and we'll see about maybe what else we can do, maybe dash wise. That I'm not sure yet. It means I got to swap my tags back around to get to the tan interior, and I don't know if I have my drill bit here. So yeah, these red seats, these are definitely going to come out today. I think we may put the black ones in its place. Also had some crazy mishap with this last night. Your guess is as good as mine. I literally screwed it up there, went to flip it up, and it busted. Frustrating, but I've got another one. Who cares? It's just tan. I'm not 100% sure on my fuel pump setup yet, so we're not going to put the parcel tray setup yet. We've got to put a new top hat in. I don't believe this is an OEM pump. I think that's my Walbro. That's why you don't buy cheap knockoff GoPro stuff. Literally my clip that connects into this just broke by trying to pull it out. Let's just knock all this out and get our rear interior in. Good thing I already swept everything basically, so anything that's just left over in the trunk should be pretty easy to clean up. These panels don't really fit right until you get them into the stud down there on that bottom corner. Well, I think now's a good time to throw our final piece in, and bam, that trunk is done. Never mind, I guess I got a couple other pieces over here. Let's get that final piece in here. Just like that. Finish it off with these finishers, covers, I guess. No, I take that back. For now, we will put the parcel tray in place. Now, we're not going to bolt this down fully because we know we're going to have to come back in here. Not terrible for tan, that is. I guess I forgot to put these both up. Actually, let's go ahead and put this in. Not the nicest one, but there is a tan carpet in here now. I guess that really leaves us to potentially door panel. No, we can't do door panels. We have to switch full doors first. Silly Caden. Maybe it's time to pull our seats out. Now we actually have a lot of work to do because the whole goal now is we need to get this carpet. Yeah, I know. That means we have to pull all of the seats out of this other car. We have to pull the dash and all of that out as well, and we pretty much have to gut the entire thing. Rear's all finished. Now we're literally at the mercy up here. Wonder if we can do it in a good amount of time. Now one would think that all I did was pull that door panel off, except this full interior is over here in our 92 black 300ZX. So we have been a little busy the past couple of days. Interior swaps are incredibly boring. Honestly, they're very boring to do, so I didn't want to bore you guys with all that. We've still got this broken visor, this seal that goes here on the back of the hatch, and we've got this kick piece down here for the passenger side. So unfortunately, all of this dash is going to have to come back out at some point because I forgot this stupid little vent. So this vent goes on your heater box up here and it connects over here and it blows up through here and over here and up out of your door. So basically we neglected to put that in place before we put everything back together. So in theory, it's just all got to come out. Not only that, but we actually don't have anything back here behind this glove box. Usually there's an AC evaporator core, but we didn't have it because we were going full drift car. However, we do have one out of the other car that we're going to throw in place when the time comes. We're not going to put it in yet because we need to wait for when we put an engine harness in this car. So basically that's what you want to pull out to get access to that plate for your wiring harness, but when both of them are removed, it's just a straight shot in and out and there's no way to mess it up. So since we're still at the mercy of changing the full doors before we can actually, you know, swap door panels, also I decided these skirts aren't staying. However, we are going to plan to swap some body panels over this video. So in theory, we're going to try to get the fender, the hood, nose panel, I guess both fenders, and potentially doors off of that other Z over there. And maybe, just maybe, we can get them on this before the sun goes down. That is a big ask, but it needs to be done, let's be real. So I haven't been too hands on this video because I guess I don't really have a whole lot of time to get all this done. I'm really just squeezing it in because I still need to kind of get ready for my trip coming up in 3 days. And not only that, I got a wedding right beforehand, so I really have virtually no time. But I gotta make time and do something with the little bit of time that I have. Let's go ahead and start pulling off some panels. That old beat up thing's off. I guess now we can take this off. I don't know, I'm still on the fence about keeping this fender. I guess we'll have to see how the other one is. I really need a driver fender. I gotta get one somewhere, and if I got 2 choices on black fenders, I guess I'm gonna have to pick the best. For those of you guys who may not have seen the video, I decided that we're gonna redo this and try to wide body and stuff since it has that rust in the quarter and it has a rebuilt title. Why not? Have a little bit of fun with it. But since that has a tan interior, we're actually gonna take this velour interior. We're gonna put it in that car. Can't remember if I've mentioned that yet, but this interior is really nice and I think it'll definitely help the value and the aesthetic of the car. I also can't remember if I showed you guys the back of this car, or this car has actually been completely done up for some audio. And to me, it looks like an absolute nightmare because this is not my strong suit. Absolutely crazy. Gonna be a whole lot of scrap value in this car. I guess I can keep it just in case I need it. Totally just remembered this is a 92, so we get a badged nose panel. Just seeing this nose panel has Allens. I gotta see if I even have those. Come on, the one thing I didn't bring. I guess we can go ahead and nab the hood. Let's take you to your new panel. It'll obviously help to have a hand from a friend or someone, but this is how I managed to do it by myself. The moment of truth. Alignment's pretty good. I don't want to shut it all the way because I guess it needs to move over a little bit. It's black. That's one more panel. Let's see if we can go find some Allens for that nose panel. Finally found one. Hey, it looks like, oh wow. That's pretty nifty. Someone made a box so that way there's no turbulent air. Look at the lower brace too. What in the world is this thing got going on here? I guess it's awfully sturdy. Gee whiz. You never know what you're gonna find tearing into these old Z's, I'm telling you. I've literally thought I've seen it all at this point. No idea what I just seen. So I may actually use the other black one that I have that is original to this car instead of this one, but we'll just go ahead and put it on for the time being. Just to, you know, make her purty. Oh man, I wish the hood was that color. It's like plasti dipped. Yep, unfortunately. Now, I think we're gonna go try to remove the fenders off of this car, at least see if it's possible. Maybe the bumper? That would make the car look nice if we put a bumper on it. Maybe. So basically the first thing that always comes to my mind when it comes to removing a fender, is it going to be able to be removed? So basically down here is the worst thing, because you have these two bolts that actually hold your fender in. And well, as you can see here, this one's bent upwards because the pinch weld's been hit, and now I cannot get a socket onto that 10 mil. So hammer, wood, knock it straight, bend it out enough to be able to put a socket on it. Odds are you're going to break it. Just break it and drill it, and try not to be too disappointed that your pinch welds are tore up. Looks like we're not getting this fender off yet. Oh, this car looks pretty good. Black is just a really good color on the Z. Oh, this side looks like it's only got one. Hey, it actually came out. Gee whiz, that never happens. Now we've got these up here. Something else to check. Does it got good headlights? It's got a good mount. Hey, two good headlights. Sick. Before you go to remove it from your fender up there, I should say bumper, not fender, you actually want to open your door, and you have one right in here. Now we get to take the liberty of pulling this off. I gotta go get a Phillips. I always forget my Phillips screwdriver. Start with the turn signal. Give us access to this portion. And a cool 20 minutes later, and our bumper can finally be pulled off. Now, I'm really not sure if this was something that was offered or if someone literally just made something for their car. Let me know in the comments. I'm at a loss for words. They did a pretty good job, I'll have to say. That's what makes me think it could have been a kit. Honestly, I think now, let's go throw this bumper on the Z, make it as full of a car as it's gonna get today, and I don't know, maybe we can clean up shop a little bit. I'm pretty bummed we can't get this fender off to make the front all black. I need to bring my hammer and some wood next time, or at least a saw to cut some wood. We'll be able to fix that next time we're here. Got everything else cleaned up. I think it's time. Let's finish it off. Now I really need to pull my intercoolers and all that, obviously. I'll get to that sometime. But for now, in a thumbnail, and for the sake of giving me some motivation to finish this all out, let's just slap it together. For the finisher, maybe. Oh, there we go. All right, now let's shut this hood. Let's see what we're working with. Nice. I guess we could shut this. I'm happy. I mean, yeah, it don't seem like we've done a lot, but obviously I would have liked to got the doors on, but being a one-man show, I had not enough time in the day to do that the past 3 days, but we'll have to settle for this. Yeah, I forgot I got this wheel up here. It's completely full of water from sitting outside. So yeah, I'm pretty much gonna call it here. Still got a little bit of prep for my car to get ready for vacation. I really just gotta put the interior back in, try to get another speaker going, maybe put something on it that I've been wanting to do, but I haven't really decided on that yet. I don't know if this is the car I want it to go on or if I want to wait and save it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video for what it was. We're making a little bit of progress. We're trying to get this car done ASAP so we can fix it, sell it, free up some space, free up some funds, and part out and parts all the way over there. We got 3 of them. Oh yeah, parts right back here, not the white one, this one. Hit me up if you need anything. I'm trying to stay busy, still just trying to figure out how to balance everything. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. Peace.